Hello you guys, welcome back to Channel Claire. I hope that you're doing well wherever you are in this crazy world. So as you can see by the title, this is a video on Harry and Meghan. They have been spotted out and about together. Finally, it's been a moment since we've seen these two going to a joint event like this, and they are a sight for sore eyes. Meghan is in this, I guess it's a tan pantsuit with the wide legs. I believe I saw that it was Ralph Lauren. And we see Harry in the simple navy suit, white shirt with the casual look, having it slightly unbuttoned, no tie. He looks fantastic. They both do. Looks like Meghan may have some extensions in a little bit, but nonetheless, she's gone with her signature look. Neutral tones, long flowing loose curls, and simple classic chic makeup. Very fresh faced. So they're out in New York. They're at the TIME100 event, and Meghan has been sharing a lot of her thoughts. She's been answering questions that I feel like a lot of us want to know. Like, for one, how are you dealing with all this social media hate that you get on a constant, and I mean constant, basis? I truly wanted to know what her thoughts would be on that, and I'm happy that it was asked and she answered it honestly. So we're going to take a look at that. Of course, people are dissecting their interactions already when the two of them are on camera. Why she has not filmed her show in their family home and why she uses another home for the production. And for one, I'm like, y'all always have something to say about anything she does. So she invites you into her home and all you're gonna do is talk mad shit about it, right? So why even do that? That's her home. It's a sacred place. It's where her kids were growing up, all of those things. I don't feel like it's deserved, honestly, for the public to be invited in, because they haven't shown themselves that they'd be appreciative of it anyway. And the fact that they even want to ask it is like they're owed that. And it's very, very interesting, because as Martha Stewart asked where she's filming, she simply films her content or production. So, but with Meghan, it's a whole different story. But she touches on that as well. And I think Variety, I'm kind of upset with Variety right now, but they did a lot of coverage on the event. So we're going to use them as source. But also, side note, like way side note, because Variety just made me think of this. I went to go see Sinners on Easter Sunday. I was sitting in that movie theater, I was like, oh my god, please. Like, and it's a shame that I have to think this way, because we know how the mass, unalivings happen in America, and we just had one at FSU. And I'm sitting in this movie theater. Sometimes I get anxiety going to the movie theater or big events that have large crowds, because I'm like, you have to think and you have to be vigilant. You have to look at where your exits are. I'm sitting here like being all analytical, like I'm seeing Sinners on Easter Sunday. Somebody may say we're a whole bunch of sinners in here and want to take us out. Like, I legit was like, that's how anxiety can get you sometimes. But nonetheless, I took my ass to go see Sinners, and it was really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Michael B. did amazing. The girl who played, the woman who played Annie, she was the, I guess, hoodoo practitioner. She had the apothecary. She stood out for me a lot. She did fantastic in her role. I did not know how many other projects she had been in. So it was just great to see this cast, obviously heavily led by a black cast at that. It was just, I don't know. It was just really inspiring to see. And I see from the reaction and the outpouring of love and support that the movie has gotten, a lot of people were feeling the same way. And I feel like we've been yearning for something original. And this was an original script, original movie, not some fucking remake that they're always trying to do. Like, give us something fresh. Or they're trying to make some live action of a cartoon. It's just like, give us something fresh. And I really think that's also why people have taken to it so much, because it's original and it's an all black cast. So like, obviously we come out and support. But yeah, so anyway, that's a side note. If you have not seen it, go see it. Fabulous. The whole cast did. Amazing. But let's get into Harry and Meghan out here at the TIME100 event. Okay, so this is what Meghan had to say when it comes to why she is not filming her Netflix show in her family home. And she says, she chooses not to film the Netflix series with Love Meghan inside her own home because it's 80 people in the kitchen and it's not really a childhood memory she wants for her kids. She said that they were really fortunate to find something close by, and she says that she's having this boundary because it's how she takes care of herself. And it's good because you do need that work-life balance and that separation. I mean, I know some people who work from home, they sometimes feel like they get cooped up, or they get, it gets to be a lot when you're working in the same place that you're living. Like, it's good to have that separation, or at least have an office where you can kind of shut that door and close that part of your life off and then go into like your actual life. So I completely understand that. I think that it's valid. Plus, having 80 plus people in your home, bringing in whatever, even as adults, you can bring in colds or whatever, the flu. You got your little kids in there. They're building their little immune systems. And it's just not a place for kids, to be on a production, on a set. It's just not a place for kids. So why would she want to displace her kids and make it uncomfortable for them in their home that they're growing up in? I feel like that's something that should be applauded. Imagine if she had her kids all in the camera and all on set. People would have so much to say about that. So I think that they're handling it the best way, quite honestly. Okay, she also talked about how the media attention affects her and how she kind of handles it. So she says, things will get brought to her on a need-to-know basis. I guess if it's things that are like fucking completely outrageous, which a lot of it is. I'm like, oh my god, I hope that they're not coming over her with every single little thing. But she says, outside of that, I'm kind of late on the boat for a lot of things going on, and I'm okay with that. That's part of what I find brings me peace. And I guess it's kind of like a ignorance is bliss type thing. If you don't know, you don't see it, it can't really bother you. And maybe that is the best way to handle it, because I don't see how she could get on her social, like, please, Twitter, please, no. I mean, that's just a cesspool. But, like, I feel like it's better over on IG, which is probably why she has her account there. But if she were to have any of those apps and to just search her name and just see the things that people say about her, especially like TikTok and Twitter in particular, I really don't see that much negative rhetoric about her on IG. But I think that it's good that she's protecting herself. She's protecting her peace. She doesn't want to invite this negativity and toxicity into her life. And I feel like that's evident in the way that she's thriving, in the way that she keeps popping up and handling her business and starting new projects. Like, when you have all of that clouding up your mind, it'd be impossible to do the work that she's doing. So I feel like she's taking care of herself, she's taking care of her family, she's keeping the things separate, and I think that's the appropriate way to do it. But I'll let you hear it in her own words here.
Products, the creative, or when I am able to not even just tune out whatever that noise is, to really not give it any credence, that has become so much a part of my day-to-day life. And things will get brought to my attention on a need-to-know basis. Outside of that, I'm kind of late on the boat for a lot of things going on. And
good.
I'm okay with that. That's part of what I find to bring me peace. It also helps me have very, very strategic focus on the intention of the products, the creative, or the producerial work that we're doing that I want to bring to the table. So it does give me a lot of space to focus, because I'm not in the same swirl that a lot of us find ourselves in.
Exactly. So in the same swirl, meaning, I mean, the doom scrolling on TikTok, the doom scrolling on Facebook. She's saying, like, look, I'm not on this shit. I'm not on these apps. I'm not doing this, that, and other. So I'm not sitting at home scrolling. So it allows time for me to be creative and put my products out and put my shows out and do my cookbook or whatever the hell, because she's not consumed by all this social media-ish. She's actually doing work. And I think that that was a brilliant way to wrap it all up and say it in the most diplomatic and polite way possible. I think that this is awesome that they both have come out to this event and Harry is legit kind of acting as her bodyguard in some of these pictures I'm seeing. But she should tune out the noise to help her mental health. She definitely should. There's this little video of her walking in. She's being introduced. Alrighty. Yeah, those are really wide legged, man.
We're so excited.
But she's tall and like slender, so she can pull off that really long, wide legged look in a pantsuit. I feel like I would look so frumpy and the suit would be wearing. And to close out, and I think that it's very sweet, and I think that it just shows that Harry made the right decision. He took care of his wife, he took care of his family, he moved them out of a toxic situation, and now she can say comfortably, this is her words, she says, "A confession for you today, that I can comfortably say that I am the happiest I've ever been." She says that she has a partner, a husband who is supportive, and she has healthy kids who are so joyful. And she never would have imagined at this point she'd be able to feel so happy and grateful. So Meghan is the happiest she's ever been. And so sadly, from what I have seen online, on Twitter particularly, people have an issue with that. That she can proclaim she's the happiest she's ever been. I guess because a lot of us can't say that. And maybe it's because a lot of people are struggling right now, especially with this whole student loans ish that just came out. I'm like so fucking ticked about that. However, she's happy. And I don't think that's anything for other people to be upset about and try to prove wrong by dissecting Harry and Meghan's body language and their interactions, when I'm just like, are y'all looking at Kate and William? Like, please. And you can't even look at them because they don't do shit together anymore, because word is they're really not together anymore, and they're trying to figure out what the hell this is gonna look like. It's a mess. It is crazy. So that's it, you guys. I hope that you have a great rest of your week wherever you are, and I will catch you in another video.